Hello.
Hello.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of AAA Monday. This is retarded. I started recording, and I was trying to build and talk with my girlfriend about a subject and everything, and I was just fumbling all over. I don't know how many people realize that my brain is stupid.
Alex
It's full of
what?
Jello. There's no real brain there.
It's just Jello.
So I can't comprehend the ability to build, converse with my girlfriend, and try and be entertaining at the same time. I can do it every once in a while, but this week, well, not just this week, but like as of lately, we've been both kind of stressed out because we're actually in the final processes of starting to pack up and everything. Like we went out to U-Haul, got prices checked out, we bought boxes and all this for about $200, and then I sent a little tweet and everyone's like, "Why did you go to the grocery?" Because you can't fit everything in a banana crate, unfortunately. And I would rather have a much more...
Is there something wrong with your brain besides the Jello? You just get lots of boxes. It's not that hard. I've moved many times using only LC boxes.
Yeah, but this is across the country boxes.
Yeah, but they're sturdy.
Yeah, but typically, I don't know.
They just are good for stacking.
I would just honestly rather spend the money and make sure our stuff gets there safely. And then my dad brought up a whole good point about maybe we should just sell everything and start new out there because...
It'd probably be cheaper.
It honestly would be a lot cheaper. Like when it comes down to it, it's going to be about $4,000 when we could just sell everything, get some money for our couch that we just purchased, and
just start again.
Start again, and just basically bring out my computer and everything, because well, realistically, what it comes down to is it will save us a lot of money, but. We got to talk about that. We haven't even talked about this in real life. Yeah, we haven't even talked
about it. We'll come back with an update.
I just got back. I think also my brain is just full of turkey right now because ever since I ate, I like fell asleep right away. But yes, speaking of turkey,
Alex went into a tryptophan coma.
Happy Thanksgiving to all of my fellow Canadians out there right now.
Yes.
And I hope you guys had or are having or going to have... Well, maybe there's people eating turkey right now. You don't know that.
There's people who have to wait till next Friday. We don't know.
Or that, or...
Regardless.
If you celebrate the Thanksgiving in American days, which is the false, stupid, fake Thanksgiving.
It doesn't even make sense. At least our Thanksgiving is kind of evenly spaced out between, like, Christmas and the last holiday.
But yes, anyways, suffice it to say, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have an awesome day.
Happy Turkey Day.
Happy Turkey Day. Well, what if...
Happy
or ham. Some people eat ham on Thanksgiving.
That's true. Happy Pierogies Day. From whatever you eat.
We should not talk about food. I mean, we ate a couple hours ago, but I'm starting to get a little peckish.
We did get leftovers.
Oh my god, turkey sandwiches
and we do have
all week. But yes.
Anyways,
I also just this feels like a podcast right now because I'm not playing while recording. But I just realized. I don't know if it's like all Americans, but Good told me that tomorrow's a holiday, which makes me sad.
Is it?
I wanted Canada just to have a holiday and then the Americans work.
What's the holiday?
I don't know. He just said that
his
wife is staying home and all this. I don't think it's Labor Day, is it? Anyways, so I did something that not a lot, but, vocal minority. And I don't want to stereotype by saying that it's all younger kids who are being, what's the word that I'm looking for? Not like rude or ignorant, naive. Is that a good word?
I don't know what you're trying to say. I'll let you know once you've completed the thought, Mr. Multitasker.
So basically, what happened was I purchased, and I went in knowing that it's probably gonna suck. And I'm talking about Resident Evil 6
here. You went in with low expectations. I went in with like low expectations, but I stayed hopeful because Resident Evil has been a franchise that I have loved throughout my entire childhood to basically up until 5. I mean, 5 to me felt just like a straight running gun type of game. Age 5. I was like,
no.
Till you were 5 years old? Wow.
See, so basically what happened was I bought the game. For about like the first 40 minutes, I was honestly pressing just the forward analog stick while I couldn't pass a guy, or I couldn't even go down halls that were open because there's like invisible walls there. It's like the old Resident Evil games were based around, and I know it's not the whole, survival
horror anymore because they apparently they market it as like a survival or a horror drama or a survival drama or something ridiculous like that with quick time action sequences. So basically what happened was, like I said, for the first 45 minutes I was basically pressing the forward analog stick, and then what would happen was, you know, there's like this whole scene, spoilers, where this helicopter chases you and all this, and it makes you press backwards, and you have to like run from a car or from the helicopter chasing you, and then it switches angles on you without a warning. So I'm pressing backwards on my analog stick because you have to run towards the screen, and then it changes away from the screen, so then you start running backwards, and basically it was just, to me it felt like a glorified movie, because every once in a while it would tell you to press like you would have to like turn your analog stick to open up this thing, or if someone fell on you, you had to turn the analog stick, or you had to press R at a certain time to quickly open up a door and all this. And
did you actually get to shoot any zombies in this 45 minutes?
For the 45 minutes, I think I killed maybe about 5 zombies in total. The rest was you running away, answering calls, listening to people, and you being stupid, even though, you know, you've been around for quite some time, and
wow, you
see a zombie in front of you, and you're like, we should really, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, because I'm Leon, and apparently I don't know what a zombie is, and all this, and basically, see, let's go back a little bit here. And so, like I said, I played Resident Evil, I played almost all except for Code Veronica X, I believe, of the Resident Evils, and to me, it was honestly my first franchise that I ever fell in love with. I mean, Resident Evil 2, I heard they're making a remake. I hope they don't butcher that. But to me, that was my favorite game of them all. Like, I remember spending countless hours at night playing it. I remember all the terrible camera angles, which, you know, everyone hated, but it was a lovable feature about it, which made going around certain corners like suspenseful and everything. Mm-hmm. And so basically they moved away from the past. And I mean, Capcom is kind of known for this. I mean, Mega Man has been one of their series that basically is resting in peace right now, because they just don't listen to their customers. And I mean, we're starting to see a lot of these big gaming companies starting to do this. I mean, EA with their Origin and everything, but this is a totally different tangent. So yes, so basically, you know, not only did I really like the games, but one of the first books that I ever read with my parents, I don't know why they let me, but they basically let me buy the Resident Evil books. And, you know, they had swears in it, but my parents just said don't read them out loud, so I didn't. But, you know, at least they were being supportive, and they were there for me to read and everything. And the very first movie came out, it was so terrible, it was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It was amazing. But
it was, you know, considering that it was a game to movie, it was pretty good, I thought, even though it didn't follow any storyline I could see.
Yeah. Plus, it was awesome that Marilyn Manson did the score for the entire movie. But, you know, to see something like this happen to a franchise from that type of game to what it was now, to me, is just, it's sad, is what it is.
Yeah,
and
it's like, we get it, guys. You can do interactive cutscenes. That's awesome. You don't need to make a movie-length game.
That's all it felt like. It was a movie where you have to press A here, press A there, where it's just...
It's like, that's real pretty, guys, but I want you to terrify me like when I was running away from Nemesis in 3. I want to be terrified playing this game. It's not fun if it's not terrifying.
I don't know. Did I say so basically what happened was, you know, at the end of it, I said, fuck this. I went out, I said, I'll be right back, and I came back with a pair of scissors, and I cut the disc in half, and a lot of people were like, oh, man, why'd you do that? You're such a fucking twat. And then, like, it was just a bunch of name-calling and saying that you should have brought it back and got your $70 back. So I don't think I don't know if it's changed, but last time I checked, you're not able to bring back used games because, well, for one, you could beat it in like one night and say, I didn't like this, and then bring it back.
Yeah, he wouldn't exactly get his full amount of money back.
No, what you do is get store credit, but to me, what it wasn't about the money.
It was a statement.
It was a statement, and you know, my statement was basically that I'm done with Capcom, and not only that, but I'm honestly getting sick and tired of all of these huge gaming companies just starting to ruin games. Like, I mean, you're starting to see that with a lot of EA games as well. Like, because they moved over to Origin, and they're making all their games that are single player, you have to play them online all the time, and there's no more quote unquote just straight up single player games. There's always some sort of social media connected to your games. So basically, with EA, you're starting to see the fall of solo player games, and again, I'm not 100% accurate on this. It's just from what I've read and all this, and from talking with other people, they're getting the same vibe from everything. So, to me, it was a statement, and again, I know I'm generalizing the ages here, but I believe that a lot of the people who saw me do that and saw me get upset about it and nerd raging and all this, of course there's a nerd rage. I mean, if you guys take a look at your favorite franchise, from current time or even like past time, and if they did something to it that just absolutely abolished the Resident Evil, like to me, for example, they abolished the Resident Evil name, and I got so upset that I cut it up in half, and a lot of people were like, why did you just donate it? Because I don't feel that sending it to another, a viewer would do them any good. I'd rather save them from the pain and agony of playing that awful game. So, I don't know. It just makes me sad that games are starting to do this. But at the same time, feel free to cut in whenever.
No.
But
well, I know how you feel. I mean, I haven't bought Final Fantasy games in years because I don't like.
Well, I mean, you can even say the same thing. Like you and I, we used to play WoW forever, right? But they started going down like this whole easy route of making everything really easy and super casual and all this.
Yeah, making it so that you don't have to really have community to play if you don't want to. Just there's reasons why you get into certain games, and when they change the basic
concept,
the basic concept of the game, it becomes no more fun. It's like Final Fantasy games. You play it because you want a long, involved, crazy game, and you liked how the fight play was and everything, right? And it's like when they switched it up when 7 came out, it was so amazing and so intricate and so long. It was like, okay, whatever. And then 8 was similar, if a bit more, girly. And then, 9 was wicked too. But then 10, it was like, here's all these cutscenes we spent all this time and money on. So the game is like half as long, and there's not as many extras, and you can't really go back and do as much as you'd like to. Mm-hmm. And then it just got worse and worse and worse. And then, I don't know, same with... Well, actually, Silent Hill's not so bad. Where they went with that is pretty good. Silent Hill's pretty fucking amazing.
Silent Hill's still good, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, lots of other games. Like, I mean, I wouldn't even pick up, Resident Evil 4, because I don't play games like that. I liked the original first 3. Whoa, what the hell is that called? Well, 4 was. I don't even know what to call what type of gameplay 1 to 3 was. But
it was survival horror. It's like, I don't know.
You know what I mean, though? That type of gameplay where you're running around in third person or whatever it is. And you don't have to be real crazy shooting and stuff, because I'm not good at it. I like the story. I like the terror. I like, I love that. I loved Dino Crisis. I don't know if anybody remembers that. That was so amazing. And, like, Parasite Eve. And, like, I don't know. I like those kinds. Silent Hill, my absolute favorite franchise ever.
And I just want to bring up one thing. A lot of people are saying that, oh, you've changed since you became YouTube famous. You're just, like, showing how much money. I don't have that much money. I don't know where people are coming up with this concept. I mean, right now, we're struggling just to move here. Like, it's just... It's a statement. It's a statement to me, and I'm promising myself, and I also wanted to put it out on, publicly to tell you guys how I feel, and that, gaming companies shouldn't be doing this. They shouldn't be taking advantage of their customers who they're supposed to be making these games for. But realistically, when it comes down to it, a lot of these gaming companies are just starting to make the game so their stockholders are starting to make a lot more money because they know people are going to buy it. And this is why I'm starting to notice a big trend right here, and I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people out there, but they're starting to see that indie games are starting to really take over, and it's because of not just one thing, but to me, what it is, one major thing is that they actually sit down and listen to what the players want. Mm-hmm. And I mean, you have a whole fan base. Again, this is all based on Resident Evil because it's the game I'm talking about. But you have a lot of people out there who are disputing what is being made, and basically, they're crying. It's not like crying, but it's like an outcry of, like basically SOS for the franchise. And what the fuck? I'm hearing. Oh my god! You guys just heard a little bit of an advertisement there. Wait, no, you're not, because we're just sound recording. That's
and you can
awkward.
also cut out whatever you want.
But
you
yeah,
do have the power.
Yeah. But see, I don't know. I just felt like I had to explain why or the reasoning behind that. And it's not because I want to like flaunt how awesome I am with my YouTube money or anything like that. It's just, I'm just sick and tired of being a victim of shitty games, suffice it to say.
Yeah.
And, these are coming from AAA titles and from big gaming like Capcom and like I was even talking about EA for a little bit there. And I don't know, I'm worried about the future of gaming, but then, at the same time, I was talking with a friend about it on Steam, and we were talking that, but there is also a lot of indie developers who are giving us a lot of hope for the future of gaming right now. So I'm as terrified as I am for some franchises to go down. I'm also very, I'm keeping a positive mind open about the future because lot of
the gaming industry definitely needs some new blood.
Yeah, because apparently what happened with the whole Resident Evil thing is like some of the original people they quit, and I guess more of the original people quit because Capcom was putting them under pressure to put out the game out faster and all that, and that shouldn't happen. That should not happen at all.
Yeah, it's like spend the time making a quality game, and we'll wait patiently for it because we're fans and we're gamers and we're really lame like that. So we'll wait as long as we have to for quality. It's like whenever they push out an expansion too soon, it's like you don't need to push out this buggy bullshit on us. We will wait.
We'd rather wait for a fully functioning game that is enjoyable and doesn't have game-breaking bugs in it or
like how long
exploits.
did you guys wait for Diablo?
Forever, but they failed. That game's so bad.
Well, I'm just saying the tenacity of the gaming community is far-reaching. Like, we will wait forever and ever.
Well, look at Half-Life 3. There's still people who are waiting for that. And, there's a lot of people who are, like, getting pissed that it's taken forever for it to come out. But, that's whatever. I'd rather wait for a game to come out. But, again...
I'm wondering if they're basing games based on the attention span of younger people who are playing now, because it is a proven fact that people do have a shorter attention span nowadays.
I could see that, yeah.
Not everybody can sit down and play long, involved games that are wicked just for the story and just for the ridiculous amounts of gameplay. I miss playing games where there's like 4 different endings and you have to really work hard to get the ones that you want.
Yeah.
Or like replaying games a bunch of times to get the different endings, to get the special gameplay and stuff like that. I miss that stuff because that kind of way.
There's not much like that anymore.
Like, until you've played Silent Hill 1 and gotten the alien abduction ending, don't even talk to me about how awesome new video games are, okay? Because I got abducted by frickin' aliens. And that was awesome.
Oh my god.
Like, come on.
But yeah, basically what it stemmed down to is my act like that is just an act of passion, basically. And...
passionate rage is still passion.
and I know that, like myself... doing that is not going to affect Capcom in any way, shape, or form, but, it's to let people know what I think, and, it was also good, because, a lot of people showed their support, and I really want to thank the people who are, not dicks about it or anything like that, like, people were, like, saying I'm an asshole because of it, and it's like, what? This was not directed at you.
You know what, though? I am glad you cut up the disc instead of punching a wall... or punching a hole in the wall that I would lose money in my security deposit for. So that's okay. Cut up as many games as you need to. It was kind of hilarious to chase you back in here and be like, "Why do you have scissors?
You know what I think I'm gonna do though? I want to take the game disc because I still have the game disc and I still
return it like
no, I still have the discs.
Mail it to them.
I want to drop it off in the mall and see if anyone opens it. And they'll just find like cut up pieces of the disc there.
You should mail it to the four different corners of the earth and have people bury them in the earth there and be like, this is the only thing you can do for horrible demon games. You must separate the pieces so they can never come together again.
Yeah, I just want to sum it up again. It's a franchise that I've been playing for God knows how long, since my childhood basically, and I'm just sad to see it go, and it just sucks. Suffice it to say, and I just wish people kind of understood where I'm coming from. Again, it wasn't a way for me to like gloat about my YouTube money or anything like that. I don't know why people thought that was like the most ridiculous thing that people said, but and they're calling me immature and all that. It's like it's an act of passion.
Plus, you guys, it's
was
his
it the
game.
best thing? No. But was it the worst thing? Absolutely not.
You paid for it.
Yeah,
You're
I paid
allowed to
for
do
it.
whatever the hell you want with it.
Exactly.
You can play it, or you can cut it up and throw it at people off the balcony. I mean, don't do that. That's dangerous.
They're cut up. That might open up a scalp
You
or
would
two.
probably kill people regardless if you did that, but just don't do it. That's rude.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe, who knows? I don't know.
I don't know. I would do the exact same thing if something was total crap and totally disappointed me, and it's like, wow, okay, just get out of my face. I never want this to be played by anyone ever again.
But yep, until Capcom and EA and all these big gaming companies kind of get their act together, I don't think I'm going to be buying as much as I used to from them. I'm just super excited for a lot of indie games that are starting to come out and everything. So, you know, the future's hopeful and bright.
You can have many exciting interactive cutscenes along with a really long and involved story with excellent gameplay and still totally terrify us, and you can satisfy the old school gamers and the new school gamers.
That's another thing that really pissed me off. Like I was saying, you know, there's like invisible walls. It was the linearity in it. Like going back to Resident Evil 2, you were able to explore every single place in there.
Yeah. That's
now this one, there's doors that were like open ajar. You couldn't even open it in any way. There's hallways that were literally open, but there was an invisible wall there. Mm-hmm. It's like, what?
I'm waiting for the game where it's like, this door is locked. Okay, then you boot it down. Or you use a crowbar and you crank it open. Like,
you know, you become Jill and just become the master of unlocking.
There you go. Or just whatever. Just like games where it's like, this door's locked. It's like, fuck that. I got this. You know, they should have a game where you can... Exploration is like the funnest part of these type of games. Being terrified and exploring.
But I want to ask you guys a question now. I kind of like asking you guys questions because I like to read it. But, you know, what are your guys' thoughts on games like this? And have you guys ever experienced your favorite type of franchise going down? Like I mentioned, you know, Mega Man. There's a lot of people who are so mad that the road it went down. And, you know, I just want to know what's your guys' thought on that. And, you know, whether or not you guys see these big gaming companies as being a viable gaming source, or if you guys think that the indie scene eventually will take over. Because, I mean, we're starting to see that now with, you know, Steam Greenlights and everything. And they're slowly making their way up, and I'm super happy. And like I said, like a lot of the indie developers are starting to become my positive outlook on gaming now. So,
see, and I would like to know if you guys prefer this linear gameplay, or if you'd like to go back to the old gameplay, regardless of, you see a red herb. Would you like to pick up the red herb? You taken the red herb. Just so you know, you still have the red herb.
Like Doom. Man, that game has so many freaking ways to finish a level. But this episode is starting to get a little bit long, and my cat is kind of staring at us, and it's being awkward. But, yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. And definitely, you know, email us as well at askpauseandpause@gmail.com. And
yeah,
send
we're
us
really
a topic.
running out of things to talk about.
Yes. And, you know, make them interesting. Not just what's your favorite pizza or anything like that.
I mean, I could go on about pizza
but
for a long time.
A lot of people would get really bored of it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll catch you guys next Monday.
Yeah, happy Turkey Days.
Happy Turkey Days.